Really interesting to hear Barack Obama in Alex's piece say that where Florida goes, the US goes. It actually does seem that that is a truism that stands, particularly for Trump to win. He has to take Florida, and in that crucial swing state, remember it gave the election to George W. Bush in 2000, even though Al Gore got more of the popular vote. More African Americans have voted early than turned out to vote for President Obama himself in 2012. That's seen as a good sign for Hillary Clinton. The Hispanic community, early voting numbers very high. That's seen as a good sign for Hillary Clinton. The candidate herself didn't respond directly to the announcement about the FBI and the emails. She was campaigning and sharing the stage with celebrities who speak to constituencies whose vote is sometimes hard to mobilise. We heard LeBron James talking about central cities. Beyonce, Jay-Z, basketballer LeBron James. If those names don't mean much to you, that's because they're not your vote. It's not your vote they're targeting. The Guardian's US political reporter Sabrina Siddiqui is on the trail with Hillary Clinton. A wild, restless scramble from airport to airport and stage to stage.
Oh, it's an absolute mad dash on any given day, especially in these closing days of the campaign. We've been in 3 to 4 to 5 battleground states in just one day. Of course, as you mentioned, there's been a cavalry of celebrities who have been made very public their support for Hillary Clinton, trying to help her make that closing argument. So the joke among those of us in the traveling press is that we're just enjoying the free concerts right now. Because, a lot of our work has been, okay, we're going to go watch Jay-Z and Beyonce, we're going to go see Katy Perry. Obviously, LeBron James, there are a lot of sports fans who are very excited about today's event as well. But at the end of the day, I think that also shows just how emphatic very prominent voices feel about this election. It's not typical always for someone like LeBron James who's at the height of his career to openly campaign with a candidate for president. That's not something that you usually see,
No.
But it does, I think, speak to how people view the choices before them in this particular election and the need to try and help shape and influence voters to the polls, especially young voters.
So, Sabrina, it's getting late there now. What has your day been up to this point, and where do you go now? What do you do tonight?
Well, we began our day, sometimes it's funny, we don't even know, it's hard to remember where it was exactly that you woke up, but in Philadelphia, and Hillary Clinton, she has been doing on many Sundays, attended church services, in this case, before a predominantly African-American church. She's been trying to boost turnout among black voters. She's struggled to match certainly the numbers that President Obama received in the last two election cycles. So that's kind of been a theme in these final days that speaks also to LeBron James' today's event in Cleveland, which is where we arrived after after attending church in Philadelphia. Our next stop is Manchester, New Hampshire, which is another battleground state, and another concert with James Taylor will be joining Hillary Clinton over there. And she will also be joined there notably by Khizr Khan, who is the father of the Iraq war hero who memorably spoke at the Democratic National Convention and really gave a very personal and emotional view of Donald Trump. Everyone remembers who Khizr Khan is. He became a household name after that convention speech. So that is where we will conclude tonight after flying back. And then we will fly back to Westchester because Hillary Clinton prefers to stay in her home in New York when possible.
This is an exhausting schedule for you. I mean, it's an absurd schedule for a journalist. But Sabrina, you are half Hillary Clinton's age. How is she doing this? How is Trump doing this? How are they working this hard?
Well, as part and parcel of the campaign cycle, I do think that because the race is tightened, neither candidate can afford to take any votes for granted. And it's pretty typical to blitz all of the battlegrounds in those final days leading up to Election Day. What is interesting is the contrast in where the candidates are. Hillary Clinton's campaign is focused on a very specific set of 4 to 5 battlegrounds where they need to boost turnout, ensure that people are going to the polls, whereas Donald Trump is visiting as many as 10 different states in this kind of mad dash for the 270 votes he would need to win the presidency. Really, almost throwing things at the wall to see what sticks without a coherent strategy as to what his path to victory would be. At the end of the day, I do think that after Tuesday, both of them, regardless of the result, will be needing a very long break.
Sabrina Siddiqui, part of the extraordinary Guardian team covering this election. Gosh, they do good work.